After a traumatic event, most people have painful memories. For many, the effects of the event fade over time, but for others, the memories, thoughts, and feelings don't go away.
And that's what's known as PTSD, and today is National PTSD Awareness Day. It's designated as a day to encourage everyone to raise public awareness of post-traumatic stress disorder and effective treatments. Dr. Carrie specializes in PTSD, and John Alvarez is a retired Air Force colonel who has struggled with PTSD, and thankfully, you are clear of it at this point. Just to truncate your story.
Thankfully, you found each other.
Yes, exactly. Just want to truncate your story a little bit so we understand. You're in the Air Force. You had a very, very bad helicopter crash in 1996.
Yes, sir.
And you did not have the PTSD until how long afterward?
Well, I didn't recognize, maybe I could have had symptoms, I didn't recognize it till close to almost 20 years later. Again, one of many traumatic events that that you may see or may go through in life, but I'd lost my leg in that crash. I lost the pilot in that crash. Other injuries, the SEAL team went way out of its way to recover me, so the event itself was pretty dramatic, and I was medevaced out of the jungle. Subsequently, one of the pilots that flew me out, I later lost in Iraq in 2005. So it may not have been that initial trauma, but again, over the years, everything else, I've been in just about every garden spot that the military has sent me to since Desert Storm, and it weighs on you. You know what? There are different degrees of it, and I just never thought I had it.
How did it manifest itself all those years later?
For me, I guess as I got older, there was isolation, probably, a numbness, and it just overwhelming guilt. One of the things, I mean, Memorial Day was one of the days I could, it was really tough for me. Seeing children of veterans, because I have, men under my command that I lost, and I had to tell their families and their children, that they lost their father. One of them, like I said, helped save my life earlier. So I didn't think I had PTSD. When I first went to see Dr. Elk, I thought I was really going for probably more marriage counseling than anything else. And it led to, a traumatic event earlier that I probably didn't process properly.
Right.
And I had trouble with. And again, I was dealing well, never had any issues, successful career. I was the first pilot to go back to full combat duty as an amputee after losing my leg, commanded, and successful in business afterwards. But I wasn't operating at 100%.
So, Doctor, how were you able to help John?
Well, when a person has PTSD, it's because during a traumatic event like the helicopter crash he just talked about, information is stored differently in the memory than during regular times. And it's stored in an incomplete, fragmented way, so that moving forward, whenever there are one of those fragments or something similar in the current situation, it can trigger the feelings like it's happening all over again, whether that's anxiety, anger, depression, whatever, or numbness, it could even be. So what we do with PTSD is we help a person reprocess that memory from a relaxed state so that it becomes a bad or a sad memory, but not one that triggers a person anymore or causes that visceral response upon recall. So once that memory has been processed completely, a person won't have those same symptoms anymore. So what he was experiencing, he said maybe in marriage or in just daily life, the problems he was having was all stemming from his traumatic memory. So once we correct that...
With one session, you were able to correct that?
Yes.
Wow.
We can process...
That's unbelievable, really, when you think about it.
Yeah. Well, when we realize that PTSD, traditionally when we treat PTSD, we're chasing the symptoms.
Right.
We're treating the anxiety or the depression or the nightmares or whatever it is. But if you really just go to the source, that's what we do, is we treat the source, which is the storage of the memory that causes those symptoms. So it doesn't take long because we're mechanically, helping that memory shift over.
And John, how's your life now?
Yeah, relationship good?
Getting much better. It's actually excellent. But again, what I had told the doc was I felt like I was carrying this backpack with a lot of heavy metal stuff digging in my back. I was able to put it down.
Oh,
That's nice.
I didn't have to carry it.
Best
and
feeling ever.
So I can operate at a much higher level than I did before.
So happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
congratulations.
Great job. Thank you.
Yeah, boy, and more people need to find out about you guys, and here's how.
So you have to learn more about the free services for military and veterans. Visit theelkinstitute.org.
And this is on our website as well, daytimeonline.tv. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.